Right now I'm in beast mode. On fire in my beast mode. Right now I'm in beast mode. I'm back in the game. On fire in my beast mode. Remember my nickname. I'm back in the game.
We coming, man. We coming just like they prepared. Alcorn got something to say. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling excited. It's showtime, baby. It's, you know, we here. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. My freshman class this year, like I said before, they from various areas. Some have competed, some familiar with the Battle of the Bands type of events, some familiar with the corp style types of events, and you know, just to put it all together, and they come together as one. I'm excited for them, but I think what they're feeling I think they're a little nervous. I think they're a little, like, you know, kind of uneasy. You know, they wondering about what's gonna be, you know, how it's gonna be, what, you know, how we gonna perform. You know, they got colleagues, they got friends on the other side of the field, they got friends in all these various band programs. So, you know, I think they're excited, but I know they're nervous a little bit.
And our bachelor major from Killeen, Texas, Missourian, LG2. Ooh, yeah. Drum major,
I definitely say, like, once, you know, I got set and we were ready, you know, to get on the field, it was just like, you know, what I did was, while we were waiting, was I just kind of looked around, you know, like, you know, just kind of looked at all the other bands in the stands. You know, you could hear the fans cheering behind us, and it was just like it was like so much different. Like, you know, like being in high school, getting on the field, it was just kind of like, I mean, you were on the field and you walked and you were off. Like, that's just what it was. But, you know, seeing that you had so many eyes on you, like everybody who was there was looking at you at that moment. So it was just kind of like, you know, taking all of that in, you know, realizing that I'm really about to do my first college field show.
Absolutely. It goes back to something I said earlier. We're that kid, you know, because we're here in Lorman, Mississippi. We just that kid that's easy to pick on. So just jump on the bandwagon. Everybody pick on, you know, everybody hates Chris, everybody hates Alcorn, so to speak. And so, yeah, we may walk around with that chip on our shoulder, but I tell the guys all the time, let's do what we do and let's do it best. You know, whatever, we don't have to try to be like anybody else, although we may be accused of being like someone. But if you know your history and you've been around as long as I've been around, especially in this drum major world, you would know that there is a lot of simulation from Alcorn style into a lot of these other styles. And that's just fact. I mean, you can go back and look at footage if you want and do the comparisons. There are a lot of things that we do as a drum major squad. Back in the 80s and 90s, we were accused of being a little bit risque, a little bit wild. Not everybody is doing it. So, yeah, we may walk around with a chip on our shoulder, but again, I tell the guys all the time, let's do what we do, and let's do that well.
It's about to get real.
honestly, it brings a tear of joy just to see everything come together the way that, we talked about it, then we put it into the computer, and then we gave it to the students executed, and now it's into fruition. It's a real warm feeling at night, and when you lay down at night, you lay your head on that pillow, you sleep well.
When it was time for us to take the field, I was nervous, but I think I was more excited about the field than the stands because I just love field shows. I just feel like it's so energetic and it's just the most comfortable for me. So I had a lot of fun doing the field show.
I was most definitely proud of what I saw the band do because, like I said, we've never made this much progress this early on in the season. Like, usually it'll probably take us like a month to get to where we are now, and that just goes to show how much potential that we do have and how the rest of the season is going to go.
I was very proud of my girls, every single one of them. All the hard work that we put in to put on this show and perform the way we did, I'm very proud and pleased. No mess ups or anything. And I was very proud.
When you're in the atmosphere with the band, you just kind of lock in on a different type of level because it's just, you got the band playing right behind you, you got the crowd cheering, so it's just a different type of atmosphere, and it just makes you want to push yourself 10 times harder versus in practice when we just listening off of like a speaker.
The legacy that I look to leave is I look for people to remember me as the drum major or the head drum major, who not only was selfless, but was also, very kind, very nice, but who also had standards, who also made sure that when it came time to do what was right, it was handled. When we came time to do what we needed, it was handled, Because at the end of the day, when I come back, I just want to see that same thing, even taking a little step further, If y'all can do that, then hey, that is fine with me because I always want to see progression. The more progression we see, the better it is. So yeah, I definitely want to leave that as my legacy for a head drum major.
That entire night, honestly, I was really proud of myself. All throughout the year, starting from band camp, I felt like, there was always so much more I could do. Felt like every day I felt like, okay, I have to do more. I have to be better every single day because, that's just kind of the standard I hold myself to. But that night, I really felt like I did everything I could. I gave it everything I had, I executed, you know, pick my feet up when it was time to do it, you know what I'm saying, all of those different things like that. So I was definitely proud of myself there. Honestly, like, you know, once we all, you know, got off that field and Doc said hats off, we out, you know, everybody was just like, ooh, boy, we're finally done. You know, a lot of people were like, boy, I'm tired, it's hot, whatever, you know, but, you know, generally everybody was like, we did it. Like, you know, all those long nights paid off, you know what I'm saying? Now it's over. Now it's time to, you know, finish out the night, making sure that, you know what I'm saying, even though the field show part's over, we still got to, you know what I'm saying, handle business in the stands and all those different things like that. After everything was over, you know, everybody was just kind of like, good job, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was just kind of like, hey, like, you did a great job, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the biggest thing that we like to do is just make sure that everybody understands that, even like after those performances, like making sure that you understand that you did a great job. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people might not think they did, but, you know what I'm saying, those words of, you know, encouragement from your band directors, from your section leaders, those things actually make a difference. So yeah, we definitely got a lot of those.
It was very heartwarming to know that my family and my friends were out there watching me during my first performance, especially because they hadn't seen me perform since I was on another team. So now that I'm on a collegiate team, it just felt very well. I'm very good. After the field show, I was definitely satisfied with my performance, especially for it being my first performance. I feel like I did pretty well for my first time, and yeah, I think I enjoyed it. As the season goes on, I'm mostly looking forward to just getting more comfortable in the stands and the style and just in general, because although I feel like I did well in my first performance, I also had, of course, some slip-ups, and then I just wasn't the most comfortable because it was my first time dancing in the stands. So I'm mostly looking forward to just getting more comfortable as a dancer.
You really don't hit your stride, you know, with these squads, because every squad has its own personality, you know, based on how the guys mesh, you know, and that level of friendship and brotherhood. It just depends. And so a lot of times you really don't see it really click into maybe around that third game. You know, around about the time you get to the fourth game, you're really on something, if you're gonna have something. By then, you know if it's just gonna be a struggle season or not. These guys, that switch clicked right out the gate. So I'm just excited. I mean, where we are now, and there's still room to improve, swag beware. We're not asking you to give us anything, but just be fair in your assessment, because we're putting out a decent product. You know, we're putting out a decent product, and just be fair in your assessment. Not that we care or not, but just be fair, because what we're bringing to the table is good stuff. It's solid.
And so I am really happy that they are really taking everything to heart, and that they understand those boots that they have to fill. They understand that this is a rich tradition. It's not just, hey, I want to get out there and dance and have a good time and say, you know, I was a part of this organization, but that it's really a legacy. It's a family. You know, we have so many alumni that love and care for the girls. And, you know, every time they go out there, you know, we want to make sure that they're making them proud as well as Mr. Griffin, because I was fortunate to know him, to dance under him. And so for me, it always gets really nostalgic, because I know, you know, what he would expect. And so I always try to make sure that when we're working with them, we make sure that they are actually fulfilling that, meeting and actually exceeding the standard that he had in mind when he came up with the world-renowned Golden Girls, the mothers.
They should definitely keep their, you know, eyes out for us, because the section isn't going down. It's only steadily going up, because, you know, people look at the transition phase. That's what we're currently going through. You know, we've lost some of the, you know, our greats in the section that we have for these past 4 years, but we just have, you know, new guys who are good, they're clean, and they're new. So they're going to be here for a lot longer, and they're going to, you know, carry the section forward, even if our stead. So definitely still look out for Alcorn youth for a few years to come.
They just need to put some respect on our name. I can't lie. It's just like, they think Alcorn is just some country band, and it's like, we in the country, but we not country though. Like, we could do the same stuff that y'all do, even better. Like, just stop sleeping on us, stop acting like we're less than.
Yes. How are we going to get through all of this? As you just said, you know, we wrapped up the Battle of the Bands. We got performances coming up at Mississippi State. We got the Saints game right after that. I think we're going to A&M. We're doing a lot more traveling. Homecoming, and we're gonna have the Macy's Parade in November. It's just a lot going on. And when I was looking at the schedule, this was back in the spring, you know, I kept talking to my homeboy. I'm like, man, are we doing too much? Are the kids gonna be able to handle it? But I can tell you this, once I got to band camp and I seen the fire and I seen the passion and I seen those kids working hard, I knew we was gonna be all right. I knew this was the group to do it. You know, in years past, we've had busy seasons as well, you know, but it's just something about this group coming in. This was the group to handle it. If there's any group that I think can handle a grueling season, it would be this edition of the band, because it's, like I said, it's so much passion, it's so much dedication, you know, and they from all over, man. These kids, they came here. It's not like we're forcing kids to come to Alcorn. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, these kids chose Alcorn. They wanted to be here, so that makes a difference. And band directors around know what I'm talking about. You know, you take 5 that really want to be there, that really love this, versus 25 who just doing it just cause, just doing it for a scholarship, just doing it cause it's something to do. Nah, give me those 5 that's passionate, those 5 that want to work hard, that want to do something. So I think this edition, that's kind of what's separating them, you know, and I'm excited for it. Sky's the limit. So homecoming, the Saints game, A&M, the Macy's, we're going to take it all head on, and we're going to execute. We're going to do what we have to do, because they prime for it. We got to say that, what does Alcorn have to say? It Sounds of Dyn-O-Mite. Like I said, Alcorn got something to say. We're here. We're not a rinky-dink band. We're not the run-of-the-mill band program. This is not, you know, just a band that you could take lightly. You know, we have good musicians here too. You know, our drumline good. Our dancers are good. You know, we trying to show who we are. You know, I think a lot of times people discount certain band programs. And not to say it like this, you know, they've discounted Alcorn a lot of times. I remember some years we had like awesome bands, and everybody just overlooked it. Everybody just went about their business like we wasn't doing, like we wouldn't that. You know what I'm saying? Like we wouldn't that, like, you know, so that's me saying, hey, Alcorn got something to say. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It took me back to the Source Awards when Outkast was on stage and Andre 3 Stacks, you know, they accepted the award and everything, and everybody was talking about East Coast, West Coast, and he was like, hey, the South got something to say. That's what it took me back to in that moment. You know, y'all talking about Jackson State, y'all talking about Southern and NCAT and FAMU and this, that, and the third. But guess what? Alcorn got something to say. We a legitimate band program too. You know, and we ain't scared of nobody. We can get it on with anybody. So that's what I meant by that. And that's what I mean. You know, folks got to start putting some respect on our name.
With me and my girls being on the road to many performances, how we tend to prep is practice. Practice, practice, practice. No days off, literally. From Monday to Sunday, always practice. And just find time to wind down during the day, but that evening time practice, always. That's why I try to make practice a safe space and a fun place, because we have so much on our plate where it's no room for negativity. So I try to encourage my girls, or the space that we practice in, to be creative, bonding, happy, positive, so the girls can put out their best work, even though we at practice every day, because sometimes we burn out. And it's a lot of days that we don't get a lot of stuff done that we want to, and it can get frustrating. So just to come to practice and have a smile on my face and just pushing forward to making sure everything's done that we have to do for the season is my mission. The SWAC is on notice, so we're coming for everybody.
On fire in my beast mode. Right now I'm in beast mode. I'm back in the game. On fire in my beast mode. Remember my nickname. I'm back in the game.
This is Sounds of Dyn-O-Mite Road to the Battle.